Hey, we are live. Thank you so much for joining me live on this stream. I'm Perumal Jagan, and now in this stream, we are going to solve a Sherlock challenge from HackTheBox. I haven't done this before over the stream. However, I tried a couple of Sherlocks before, but this is the first time I'm doing uh, a Sherlock solving in a stream. For those who don't know what is Sherlock, and first of all, I should be giving you a brief intro about the platform HackTheBox. Okay, HackTheBox is actually a platform where uh, you can learn the cybersecurity from scratch, I would say, and it's completely hands-on, and that makes this platform HackTheBox a unique one. uh, I would say that one. And of course, this particular stream is actually an ask me anything, and of course we are going to solve a Sherlock together. So I I've already posted about this stream on my social media profile, so you can uh, join this stream. I'm trying to do the stream every week without fail, so I need your support. So this is what I want, and what else I can say. Actually, I thought to create some videos on my channel. Probably I'll be creating some, and I'll be posting it this week. I'm not positive I'll be able to do the stream next week because it is uncertain. I have some other commitments for the next week. So probably if you are not getting any stream from me, you will be getting some at least some video contents in my channel. So that's what I can say. That's not all I can say right now. And we have one user in our stream. Hopefully the count will get increased if I'm giving a quality content over the stream. I'll try to do that. um, what else? Maybe we can start right without further ado, because it's gonna take a lot of time, we need a lot of patience to finish this off, because in every Sherlock you'll be learning something new. Okay, so let me tell you first of all what Sherlock is. Before that, I'll switch my screen. I hope my background music is good and pleasant, because I've recently added it. I guess it is pleasant. If it's annoying, if it makes if it is not giving you a good feeling, just let me know. I'll try to turn it off. All right, let's move on. I guess the chat. Okay, I need to paste the chat link right now. So get me let me paste the chat link right now. I think I haven't done that. This link, and I'm just trying to all right, yeah, now I got this chat link on the screen. I'm closing it off. Fine. Let me get into my Sherlock VM. I have created a VM particularly to do this Sherlock challenge. Let me tell you what is Sherlock challenge, by the way. Sherlock is actually a digital forensics and investigation challenge. Not only DFIR, it also includes the challenges like malware analysis, some threat intelligence. So you need to do these kind of blue team activities in these Sherlock challenges. So that's what makes this Sherlock is even more beautiful, because it is actually resembles the real world forensic investigation scenario. You'll be given a scenario and you'll be given some artifacts. All you need to do is to pass those artifacts, and they will give few questions, so you need to answer those questions by passing those artifacts. So you need to know where to look, how to parse a particular artifact, and how to retrieve the answer for that question. So you need to be creating a sort of a timeline, when this attack has started and how the attack happened. I think there is a term like 5 W's and 1 H, I guess. I think that is what, how, what, when, which. I think that there are 5 W's, the questions that you need to ask yourself to answer these forensic investigations. I mean, to answer these questions. So it's all about investigating happened cyber attack that already took place. So you're going to investigate that incident by simply passing some artifacts files. Then you will be answering those questions after parsing those artifacts. So this is what I mean, the challenge page that you are seeing, and the challenge, the DFIR, the Sherlock challenge is called Latus. So it has the hard difficulty. I have already solved one hard Sherlock on HackTheBox. That the challenge was called Streamer, but I'm not allowed to stream that particular thing in this live stream because it's an active Sherlock. So in HackTheBox, there are two types of challenges or machines. One is active and another one is retired. You are allowed to create a write-up and publish a video about the retired challenges and machines, but the active challenges, when it comes, you should be solving it without any write-ups, or you are not allowed to publish any write-ups or walkthrough videos. So you have the community, you have the Discord HackTheBox channel. You can go there and ask for a nudge, but it is strictly prohibited to publish any write-ups or walkthrough. So I am not allowed to do that. So that's why I picked this Latus Sherlock. So let's get into this. Let's dive deep into this particular thing. So we are given a Sherlock scenario. You can see that straight away here. Our customer discovered illegal RDP sessions without privileged access management, PAM, in their system on June 28th. So from this sentence, we need to understand what is PAM. I think we will do some research on this. They collected evidence on a server they suspected was an intermediary server to move laterally to others, and kind of a jump server. Even though the attacker deleted the event log, I believe the few remaining artifacts are enough to help confirm the attack flow and trace off attacker's behavior. So looks interesting and also the realistic one, because it says the event logs got deleted by the threat actor. So it's actually a normal scenario. It's actually a usual realistic scenario where a threat actor used to remove the traces, remove the logs. So that's what happened here. So they say that the threat actor has already removed the event logs. So you don't have event logs to parse, but they gave some other artifacts. So you can see the artifacts file here, latus.zip, and its size is around 900 megabytes. So it's huge. So we obviously got some hefty artifact. So we are going to parse these artifacts and try to answer these questions. I think there are 13 questions, so you need to answer all these questions to finish this off. And what else I can say? I think I haven't solved this challenge before. So I mentioned in my title itself, it's a part 1 Sherlock. I'm not sure how many parts it's gonna take to finish it off. Probably I'll be doing everything on this on multiple live streams if I'm not able to finish this. So I'm having a couple of hours from now. So let me try to start this. So I think I'll be able to start it in a positive way, and I'll be able to grab some answers from it. Let's get it. We have the official write-up for the rescue, so we don't need to worry. And I have a key password to unzip this file. Hack the blue it is. Let me keep it in my clipboard. Awesome. I have already created a folder on my machine, and also I have downloaded this file. Since the file was huge, I had to download it before. Okay, let me start a TMX session. I always prefer using tmux because I'll be able to restore the terminal if I'm just turning it off inadvertently. Okay, Latus, that's the name. And I don't need to connect to any VPN like I do while solving machines. So this is actually a Sherlock. I have already downloaded the file. Positive, fine. Let's see. 7z-x to extract, and I'm giving the file name lattice.zip. Let's see. Okay, it is asking me for the password. The password is HackTheBox. So let me copy it from here and paste it. All right, now you can see it is actually pulling that file out. Let's see. I do have a file. The file is called evidence.ad1. I haven't expected to see this particular ad1 type of file. I thought it's gonna be kind of a Windows machine, but still I don't know what is this ad1 file is all about. Let's do some dig. Okay, file evidence.ad1. It says it's a data file. Can I try and open it in kind of a text thing? It looks like a binary. I'm not able to understand anything of it. Let's see. Especially if I'm seeing any binary file that I don't understand, I prefer to use the utilities like strings. So probably I can use strings against it. So the strings utility will extract the human readable ASCII texts of a binary, and it will be displaying those texts for us. So that's the beauty of this tool, strings. And you can see some alphabets that we can read of it. So let's see. Can I store this somewhere? I think that is better. I'll redirect it. Evidence dot strings, maybe. How about that? So it's redirecting all those string outputs to the file. Perfect. Now I use Sublime Text to open it. Evidence.strings. Since the file size is huge, it's taking some time, obviously. Yes, now I can see those strings. Look at this. There is a C drive. So it's obviously a dump from a Windows machine, and I see the machine operating system here. It says Windows XP. So it is possible that the machine, these artifacts has been collected from a Windows XP machine. But let's investigate that. And I can see some SID. I think this is the format of SID. Security identifier. I think this is a SID, but I don't know whether this particular the last part is valid or not. So let's dig deep here. Authenticated users, authenticated user B. Can I see anything special? Administrators, authenticated users again. Gosh, I have a big list of string. How many lines in total? Can I see? Oh gosh, it is huge. I cannot scroll down slowly, so I'm just scrolling down to the important part. I can see a user. I think it's potentially a username, Eman, and his SID is 1001. In Windows operating system, when a user the user created users typically have the security identifier, the last part greater than 1000, 1001, 1002. It starts from there whenever you create a new user, apart from the default system users. So this particular user is actually having this user ID 1001. All right, let's move on. Can I see anything else of it? uh, I wish to understand. Okay, look at this one. This looks weird. EMMAN.t. Another username, but this SID says 1000. As I said, it begins from 1000. It begins in 1000. So let's see. Let's go and scroll further. Um, any other interesting stuff apart from this damn SIDs? I can see bunch of SIDs here. Apart from that, I don't see any juicy values. Yeah, just it. Scrolling up. Let's see. Yeah, it confirms. The strings confirms that it's some kind of Windows artifacts. Let's see. I don't know how to dig this EAD1 file further. I think I need to investigate. I need to use some tools to parse this EAD1 file, but I don't know how to proceed that. But let's do some googling. Before that, I'm just scrolling through these strings. Can I see any interesting info here? No. Alright, I think custom content image multi, no name, EAD logical image, EAD segmented file. Okay, fine. I got this EAD1 file. Now let's do some digging. EAD1 file in Windows. So that's what my search term will be. Let's see what it is. How do you open EAD1 files? You need a suitable. Okay, I think it's Windows Forensics. I have a Medium blog. Usually the Medium blogs are quite promising. Opening EAD1 file. What is EAD1 file? EAD1 files mostly belongs to FTK Imager. EAD1 files are forensic disk images created by Access Data Tools. They capture a complete sector by sector copy of storage medium, which is vital for digital investigations. Key details provided by forensic disk image. So the EAD file is kind of a disk image created by FTK Imager. Okay. Some versions known as EAD crypt store data in encrypted format. Okay, these are all the things. You need a suitable software like FTK Imager to open EAD1 file. Without proper software, you will receive Windows message. How do you want to open this file? Yeah, I mean, we need a particular application to open every file type. All right. Online EAD1 viewer, FTK Imager, forensic toolkit. So looks like we need FTK Imager to parse this out. But before that, let's read through this as well. It's actually a write-up for a forensic challenge on Let's Define. But for now, we will see. Okay, the required security tools: FTK Imager and Eric Zimmerman tools. Okay, so this is how I think I should be loading my EAD1 file. So here they have loaded the EAD1 file in Access Data FTK Imager. So once they have loaded, it is actually showing all those the whole C drive. I think you can see here these things. So here's the Windows log, registry hives. So this is how I think it loads. So we need some we need utilities like FTK Imager. Probably to parse the further data, we need Eric Zimmerman tools. Let me tell you what it is. But before that, it is apparent that we need a FTK Imager to load this. So let's see. The perfect write-up to go through for Windows Forensics. So I'll take a note. Maybe I'll create one section here. So I have already created a note on my personal notes, references. here I'm storing all those links that I'm coming across. So here is this Sherlock and the list of questions that we need to answer, and eventually the artifacts we have. We have a AD1 file, so let's note that down. We have a EAD1 file, so an FTK imager created data. So what it is, image file. EAD1 is actually an image file. Yeah, EAD1 is an image file created by FTK imager. So this is my initial observation. I'll add this in dictionary. I feel, I mean, it feels annoying to see this red underscores. Okay, fine. We have a AD1 file. We just have a AD1 file. All right, so we simply have this one. So let's move on. I need a Windows machine because the FTK imager, I guess it can be installed on Windows machine. I don't know whether it's compatible to Linux, but I'm sure it is installed on Windows. But the Eric Zimmerman tools only available on Windows, so that's why I need to use a Windows machine to this. Let's see, product downloads, what it downloads. When I click this, it's asking me to enter some details, but back to all downloads. It lists all the products, but I don't need that. Let's see. I'll fill those details and try to download this. I'm not sure whether I'm able to download the Linux part. Let's see. I'll try to Google this first. FTK imager. Download for Linux. Do I have it for Linux? Let's see. It can be installed on Kali Linux once Wine has been installed. I think Wine is an utility like a VMware or VirtualBox, kind of a hypervisor. But I'm still not positive. I'm confident that I can be able to use it on Windows machine. So let me start the Windows machine. Sherlock Windows. Yes. We have one viewer. Thanks for joining, brother. We are solving a Sherlock called Latus. So it's a retired Sherlock. So we are trying to solve that. We have found a AD1 file. We are given a AD1 file. So we need to parse that AD1 file to solve this. So that's what we are trying to do right now. Okay. Let's see. All right, we have this, but we need to download FTK imager first. FTK imager. What? I'm seeing this weird error. Okay, let me install this. I'll fill this up and download this tool first. All right. Now I have downloaded that utility. Let me install this. I haven't installed many forensics tools on my either of the VMs because I thought to install those tools while I'm doing the assessment. Because if I'm going to install, if I'm trying to install the forensic tools, then I need to install bunch of tools. So I don't want to do that before try solving the challenge. Okay, now we have this FTK imager ready. Got it. So we got this FTK imager, but yeah, look at this. Perfect, awesome. Can I search here? Is it available? Yes, it is. But every time it is asking me to bypass this UAC, user access control on Windows. That's okay. But this one is fine. But I need to have that particular AD1 file to be transferred to this VM. So let me do that. I go to my parent VM and I need to host where it is. Yeah, here I am, and from here I'll try to host my AD1 file. Sorry, IPA. The IP address is 146. That's my local IP. ls python 3 -m http.server -m http .server. Yeah, 192.168.0.146. And I go and create a folder. Sherlock's new Latus. All right. Let's see. I open this in terminal. Do I have curl? I do have. http://192.168.0.146. The port is 8000 and the file name is evidence.ad1. Putting it in the same name. All right, it's done. It was so quick. Let's see. Do I have the whole file? Properties 951 MB. I guess we have. Now we have this AD1 file. Let's try opening it in FTK imager. Add evidence item. All right. Wait a second. I'm not positive which option to choose here. Image mounting. I guess this makes sense, right? Or let's see. Decrypt AD1 image. How about this? Maybe if it encrypted, it will try to decrypt this itself. Sherlock's Latus evidence.ad1. Can I open it? File name evidence AD encrypt. Okay, let's see. It's asking me to enter the password or PFX file. So I guess it is not encrypted. Let's see. I'll add this evidence item. Can I mention like image file? Yeah, this image file I need to choose. So this is how I should be loading this. Let's see. Sherlock's Latus evidence.ad1. Finish. Okay, now I have loaded and look at this one. It says custom content image multi. There is a C drive with no name. It's an NTFS file system, and I open, I see a root folder, and I could see some bad class rat secure some artifacts here. Maybe we should actually mark this for the later investigation. And then we have the users directory. In users directory, I can see two users, yeman and yeman.t, and the remaining users are default users. Right, and I could see some data here, some details, some documents. Probably I should see this Windows folder too. In Windows system 32, I have this Windows event logs folder, but the logs were, I have logs, but they said the logs were removed. Let's see, do I have every log? Seems like we have some logs, but I don't know, will it be useful for us? But let's take a note. I have a trace format. Here in this WBEM, I see a bunch of DLLs. Tasks, Microsoft Office, okay, config. All right, so here we have some journal, okay, and some registry hives. And first of all, we should actually list down the artifacts we have. Then we should parse those artifacts to obtain some data of it. Then we may try to answer those questions. First of all, excuse me, if you see those questions that they have asked us, we will get an idea where to look for that particular thing. We have app compact, so it is another crucial forensic data. I mean, to parse most of these data, we have a tool suite, Eric Zimmerman tools. I'll give an intro of the tool suite in a moment, but before that, let's see, we have a prefetch file as well. All right, this is perfect. But before that, I need to extract all these files of FTK Imager, because I need to have these files separately on my machine. But let's see. Winari backup partition marker, 0 size, no use. Upcase security MFT, we have MFT. MFT is actually a crucial artifact to I think it will be listing all those file table. I think it is a file table, master file table. That's the definition of it, MFT. So we will see all the files of this operating system in this particular file, and we have some log file as well. Okay, this is awesome. Export files, so it is possible to export all these files. That's what I'm going to do right now. Let's see, can I just click export files? Let me try. This PC, local drive, users, my name, documents, not a documents, easy tools, no, share logs, Latus, and in Latus I create a new folder. I call it extracted or exported, whatever. Okay, preparing to export file. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but okay, it's copying the files from the image to my local file system. I never expected to have this finished in this fast. Okay, the following error encountered during the export: 515 in folders, 17125 files exported successfully. The following errors were encountered during this. What are these errors? System cannot find the path specified. Some weird error. So let's take this screenshot. Okay, I'll take a screenshot of it. Cannot maximize this, but I can take the screenshot of this. So we are loading it in FTK, and I go to MS Paint and highlight few important aspects. The evidence file loaded here, and here is the root directory, and I have exported everything. And now I'll try to take another screenshot, but close. Oh gosh, now it looks okay. All right, I copy to clipboard just to copy it into my notes. Can I go and copy here? I can copy it. So the first step, what we did, we were given AD1 file, which is an image file created by FTK Imager. We loaded it in FTK Imager, and we have extracted the C drive files of the AD1 file and stored it for our assessment. All right, now it looks okay. Fine, this is okay. Now let's move on and parse the file. Sherlock Windows. Okay, I close this. I think I can close it, but before that, let's see the extracted files. What? The folder is empty. Why? Maybe I should redo this, or at least I should. But it is taking some time. Why it was not showing any file to us? View show hidden items. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, hidden items are visible now. I'm gonna try it again, but let me try from here, because this is the root folder. So in this root folder, I'm having all these files. Okay, I'll pick all these files and export this. This PC, local drive, my name, where is the folder? Sherlock's, Latus. Can I? Okay, now it looks different, right? I'm able to see some positive response now. So I'm copying it to the clipboard and pasting it again. Oh gosh, come on. Yeah. Now I paste it here. Now it looks promising. Let's see whether we got all the files extracted or exported. Awesome, we got the data. but still I could see some files went missing. I see a bunch of PF files. So the prefetch files will be created. It's associated with a particular application, but we will come to that part later. Users, I have I30s TFX data. Apart from that, where I can see the MFT. Can I see MFT here? Because I could see that file in FTK. Where is that MFT? MFT mirror. Here is MFT. But in this folder, I could see only the binary backup partition maker. So let me choose these files. Maybe I'll choose this one first. I'll export this. Oh gosh, it's annoying to navigate to the particular folder every time. Easy tools, Sherlock's, yeah, Sherlock's, Latus, extracted. Okay, 0 folders, 1 file exported successfully. Now I could see this MFT copy, but can I see MFT somewhere else? $MFT, because or MFT. Close search, MFT. No match. That's weird. I'll open this commander. Navigate to this path. I do have this. I do have it here, but I don't see it on GUI. I don't know why. File name extensions, probably I should see that as well. Then compact with navigation pane. Okay, I think for some reasons I am not able to see the file name starts with $. I'll remove this MFT copy, but I can see the same files from the CLI. Okay, now we have downloaded every file we need. Probably let's start digging further. Okay, that's fine. Now before that, let's see what are all the questions we need to answer. So based on that, we will start parsing the files, because the artifacts is huge. We can parse bunch of files. It will take a lot of time, but it is better, always better to check the questions that we need to answer, so we can start parsing our files accordingly. Let's see. Checklist 4 and 6 cheat sheet. MFT. How can I parse MFT? I can parse MFT using Eric Zimmerman tool, and also I can parse MFT using chainsaw. Yeah. Checklist 4 and 6. MFT. Can I see this? Here or here? MFT. Yeah, here. This one. Use chainsaw to dump MFT. Sometimes it will also give additional information that MFT doesn't give. So we need to parse this MFT using this utility or chainsaw. I already have chainsaw with me, so probably I should be doing in that tool as well. Okay, I go to the questions. Latus. So when was the last failed login attempt using iman.tuser? Okay, last failed logon attempt using iman.tuser. So for this, I guess we need to investigate event logs maybe, but they said the event logs has been cleared. Okay. What are the first 3 IP addresses that eman-t connected using RDP? Okay. What is the destination username used? So mostly all these questions mostly related to RDP. So first we need to understand if in every Windows machine how these RDP artifacts, the RDP related artifacts get stored. So that's what we need to investigate first. What is the destination username used to remote desktop for the first time, and they gave the timeline. Okay. What is the destination IP address of the last remote desktop session? Okay. eman-t was very careless, is always saving RDP credentials to connect to the other host. So we believe the attacker somehow leaked them. Please confirm credentials with the server IP that was leaked. Okay. When was the last time the RDP connection application was executed? Okay. When was the last time RDP connection application was terminated? Okay. How long did the penultimate RDP session last? When did the attacker disconnect the RDP session? What is the size of size of remote RDP configured? What tool did attacker use to discover network after moving laterally? What was the event log deleted by the attacker? What time did the attacker disconnect session? So most of these questions are related to RDP, and also we need to check the event log deletion, failed logon attempt. Apart from that, I think the rest of the questions related to RDP. And what tool did attacker use to discover the network after moving laterally to 192.168.70.33? Okay, now let's start. First, let's list down the artifacts we have. But before that, I like to use the tree view. Probably we can bring these tools to let's see. I'm having all the artifacts here. Do I have tree utility? No. Got it. I think we have tree. Awesome. Tree utility in this current directory. I got bunch of data. Now let me copy this. I prefer using this. Continue. Okay. Oh gosh. Can I paste it here somewhere? Yeah, awesome. I got it. Trace format, and it starts with user eman. Okay, how about those files starts with $sign? It lists only the user directory and Windows directory, nothing else. And also it is not listing those file starts with $sign. I need every file. I don't want to leave anything. So let me do one thing. I'll try to zip this extracted compressed to zip file. and once zipped, I'll try to move it to the Linux machine. Then there I'll execute tree and check it. It will take few seconds. What? Unexpected error, keep copying the file. This is unwanted software virus. What? Cancel. I cancel it. Windows security. I'll disable this antivirus. Yes, I disable this. Alright, now I'll try this. Compress to zip file. I shouldn't see any error now. Let's see. It is very important to list down every artifacts we have. We don't want to leave any artifacts behind because that may take more time to resolve this case, because in forensics every file is important. The file that you think is not required is might be the crucial thing for the investigation. Okay, let's see. I go here, and so now we are in that folder, right? Let's see. Here we have this extractor.zip, python 3 -m http.server. What's the IP address? Do I have? Okay, I don't have Python. I do have, right? I do have, but I should be binding it in all the interfaces. Perfect. Now it is listening, and I'll check the IP address of it. IP config 135. Let's see. Here I'll try to bring it down. Call http://135, right? Yeah, 135. 192.168.0.135. 8000, and here extracted.zip, I guess. Extracted.zip -o. Just putting the same name. Done. We have this now, and I unzip it. Or 7z extract. 7z extract extractor.zip. Awesome. Now it is being retrieved. Yeah, it's done. Let's get into this folder, extracted. I have all the files needed, and now I apply tree against this. I can see every file here. I think it is different right now. Let's see. Xclip selection clipboard to bring this content to my clipboard, and now I just close this. I remove this and I paste it. Now you can see the difference clearly. It displays every file in this tree format. So there is no chance that I'll be leaving any file behind if I'm using this. Looks great, but the thing is I pasted bunch of files here, so it is going forever. It's very annoying, but let's see. What artifacts do we have? We have MFT. I don't know whether I'm leaving anything behind, but let's see. Whatever the file that I aware, I'm just mentioning it here. I'm saving MFT and some journal files. So I mean this one. The file starts with dollar. Some journal files. Again, I have some doubts in that, so that's why I'm adding question mark. And what else do I have? I have the users directory, whole users directory. Probably if you go here and see, in app data roaming and all, if you see this folder, within this folder there is a file with the SID value. That the file usually contains the deep API key, data protection API key. So that might be the crucial thing to have. But move on. Let's move on. We have some event logs as well, but before that, let's see some LNK files. LNK files, app data, history, group 1, group 2, group 3, and every group contains some user, some application LNK files. Looks like this one. Network status looks weird one. Roaming, MFT data, Internet Explorer, cloud storage, network shortcuts. Start menu, add these applications like Magnify, Narrator, admin tools. Moving on, documents, ntuser.dat. So we have ntuser.dat, so let's mark that down. And I could see some weird db kind of file. I don't know what it is, but let's move on. I'm having some db here. Let's see, edge data, the browser data, some SQLite of edge, so let's note that down. ntuser.dat, ntuser.dat, some database files, file slack. What does it mean? Dot file slack. File slack ransomware decryption. File slack ransomware. Does it ransomware? Did we collect the artifact from ransomware infected machine? Because I can see bunch of files ends with the name file slack. Are we investigating a ransomware infection? Maybe it's possible. Let's see. Let's take a note. I could see bunch of files. The file names ends with file slack, so might be a ransomware infected system. Let's take a note. Bunch of file names ends with, oh sorry, let me take it again. Yeah. And in the notes I'll take a note. Yeah. Many file names end with file slack. Potential ransomware. All right, move on. I'm having bunch of event logs, so let's see. DLL files. Moving on. I could see some registry hives, so let's take a note of it. I go upwards. Some registry artifacts and event logs. Though they said the event logs have been removed, but still I could see some event logs. So that's why I'm marking it down. We need to investigate these files and some DPAPI crits, some DPAPI artifacts, maybe. Let's see. First of all, I need to understand how these RDP sessions being in, how the RDP data gets stored in a Windows system. So I need to understand that. So then only I can parse those files and grab the data of it. Let's see. Let's query the Google. How to, or DuckDuckGo. How RDP session and other RDP details stored in Windows machine. So let's learn some Windows internals. So we are going to learn about RDP, how to view and clear RDP connection history in Windows, how to view connection history to remote desktop, how can see this. Okay. Does DPAPI play any role in RDP encryption? Let's ask AI. RDP session details and credentials are typically stored in memory of the Windows machine, particularly within process SVC host, MSTSESC. The data protection API can be used to encrypt sensitive data such as credentials, ensuring that they are securely stored, only accessible to authorized users. RDP session storage in Windows machine. Session information storage. RDP sessions are related details are stored in various locations on a Windows machine. They gave a registry hive. We can use a registry explorer and parse this, but let's see. User specific settings configurations for RDP sessions can be found in user profile directory, particularly within RDP extension. Role of DPAPI in RDP encryption. Encryption. DPAPI is used to encrypt sensitive data including RDP credentials stored in Windows machine. It provides a way to securely store data and retrieve sensitive information without exposing it in plain text. DPAPI encrypts data using keys that are unique to the user account. Okay, yeah, the DPAPI is actually a vast topic. We can learn that, but before that, let's see. I just wanted to check whether the RDP encryption is done by DPAPI. So that's why I did this search. When RDP credentials are set, DPAPI can be employed to encrypt these credentials, enhance security. What are the other RDP data encrypted by DPAP? Let's see. DPAP, for those who don't know what it is, it's a data protection API. It's an inbuilt encryption mechanism offered by Microsoft in Windows. Give a try. I agree. What are the other RDP data encrypted by DPAP? In addition to the credential data, the DPAP encrypt the various type of RDP data, the configuration settings for RDP connections, local resources, connection preferences, user credentials, passwords or usernames are used for RDP connections which are stored securely to prevent another. Okay, session information, data related to active RDP session including the session IDs, connection states which may be encrypted, and group policy settings. Okay, certificates, if RDP configured to use SSL TLS for secure connections, the certificates are used for encryptions may be also protected by the DPAP. Windows ensures this sensitive information encrypted can only be decrypted using the user or system created it, encrypting all these as RDP sessions. Okay, fine. And I have seen some prefetch files here, so let me mention that as well. Prefetch files spotted. So these are all the artifacts I want to query. But before that, let's first of all query this MFT. Querying MFT is always a vital thing to do. So it will be giving us the list of files present on that file system. Let's see. Do I have chainsaw? I think I have it in my OPT directory. Chainsaw. Yes. So I have chainsaw. CD chainsaw. Do I have it? Yeah, chainsaw. Okay. I'm going to use this chainsaw first to dump the whole what is that, the MFT. So I can dump MFT with chainsaw. So let me parse that command. Dumping MFT using chainsaw. How about that? Here is the GitHub repo. Do I have any wiki to refer? Let's see. Chainsaw wiki. Can I? Oh gosh, that Windows is closing. So small interruption. Sigma mapping. Chainsaw. MFT. Yeah, chainsaw provides the powerful tool capability. Yeah, MFT parsing is possible. Dump raw contents of forensic artifacts, registry hives, EAC database. Oh, it also supports EAC database, but how can I dump this? Let's see. I have already done this in a previous Sherlock. I'm not going to show that notes to you. I'm opening it in a separate window, and I see that particular command that I used. MFT master file table. All right, I got that. It's quite simple. Let me tell you how to parse this. But what are all the format it supports? The output format. Does it support JSON? Okay, let's see. I have chainsaw dump, the MFT file that I need to mention here. Okay, chainsaw dump, Sherlock's Latus extracted and MFT, dollar MFT, dollar MFT. I think I should rename this file. Maybe I'll do one thing. CP, sorry, Sherlock's Latus extracted dollar MFT. Okay, just MFT. Sherlock's Latus extracted MFT. So let me rename this. No such file or directory. Oh gosh. I opened this in home, Sherlock's Latus. I don't see these files. Sorry. Properties. Okay, I can simply keep escape, right? Let me try this. Chainsaw. Dump. HTB. Sorry, Sherlock's Latus extracted and MFT dollar. I think I should escape this. MFT. Yeah, now it makes sense. Dump MFT and hyphen. Okay, let me give help. I need to check the output format. I go and check the chainsaw wiki. CSV format, ASCII table format, JSON format. So how about dumping it in a CSV format so that I can use some CSV MFT dot CSV and hyphen JSON MFT dot JSON. Can I dump this? What? Event log path is invalid. Home, my name, okay, I think I mentioned a wrong path. STB, or let me put it like this. Create a Sherlock's Latus. Sorry. So here extracted. So present working directory. Awesome. Now I go to this one. Chainsaw dump. And here MFT dollar MFT. Yes, I think it makes sense right now. Specified CSV is invalid. Okay, I'll mention the same path again. Hyphen CSV. And now it makes sense. Let's see. Okay, I remove this CSV. Let me use JSON alone. Dumping the contents of forensic artifacts from MFT specified event log path is invalid. Huh. Chainsaw. Let's see how to dump this. So here is an option to dump --JSON, dump in JSON format. Do I need to mention output? Let's see. JSON is fine, and --output. Will it work now? It works. So this was the trick. Now it is actually dumping, it is parsing this MFT and dumping it in a JSON file. It will take some time, I guess. Meanwhile, I go and resume this execution. I'll dump this MFT in. I'll use that Eric Zimmerman tool to dump the MFT artifacts. For those who don't know what is Eric Zimmerman tool suite, Eric Zimmerman tool suite is actually the forensic tool suite. It contains a bunch of tools that are required to parse every Windows artifacts. I think it covers most of the artifacts. So here are the easy tools. So I have already have it in my path. There is a tool called MFT Explorer, and I can use either MFT Explorer or MFT CMD. There is another utility, MFT eCMD. So this is the utility I can use to simply parse the MFT artifacts and put it in the CSV file. We can use that CSV file later in the Timeline Explorer, and we can see every detail in a neat table format. All right, that is fine. Now I'll go to my notes and check how to. Yeah, there is a command. So I have a command right now. So let's see. I'm going to use the same command here. Parse it. Do I have LFT here? I think I'll be having it here. Let's see. I'll go to extracted. GCI force -force. Yeah, I see all the files, all the hidden files. And now I use this command MFT eccmd. So it will be storing all this data in mft.csv file. Let's see. Not recognized. Okay. Easy tools. Yeah, and here I can call this mf-ecmd-exe. And now what? CSV file. CSV not found. -CSV and the CSV file I need to mention. mft.csv. what? Come on. File to process MFT -f I mentioned. Then JSON file name to save CFC formatted results to, with present overrides the default name. CSVF. Come on. Do I have it? MFT file not found. Extracted. So here I can execute this. CSV JSON body required. Can I just put --CSV? Will it work? No. At least I should be getting the error. Unrecognized command mft.csv. Okay. I'll remove this off. Now it is parsing. I guess. Administrator privilege not found. Okay. So it has created one folder. Then it has stored that file here. Can I see something? ls-la. Yeah, it passed. It passed properly. Okay. I'll go and copy this off. Easy tools. Where is that file? Where is that folder? --CSV in extracted. Latus extracted. So this is the file. I'll just bring this file here. Create one folder. I mention it as MFT. Open this. Control X. Okay, now we have this MFT, and let's open this MFT file using this timeline explorer. Where is that? Timeline explorer. I'll start this file, this application, and I'm opening the file with this. Latus extracted users, not users. I refresh this. Sorry, MFT. So this is where I have. And now this MFT artifacts will be having all the files that present on that file system, and you can see all those files here, and it's created time, it's modified time, the last change, last access. So it will literally show every file detail. You can see the bunch of details here. That's the beauty of this MFT. And let's see. This one is fine. I go to this Sherlock's machine, and this is done. I also have the JSON file now. Okay, let me go to the directory. Sherlock's, Latus, extracted, and here I do have the mft.json -la mft.json. And when I try reading this mft.json, I can see the bunch of files and whether it has any alternate data stream. So it shows every file and its metadata. So it contains the metadata about every file. That's the in a brief term, that is all about MFT, master file table. Okay, so we have this right now. We have these artifacts, and I go and create one folder called MFT here as well to store all these MFT related artifacts. Make their MFT, CD MFT, move, what is that, extracted mft.json to current folder. All right, now we have passed MFT. We have MFT with us. I don't know how this MFT is going to help us to answer these questions. Is there any questions related to the file? What is the destination username? Stop. What is the destination IP address? Last name? RDP application was executed. Last time the remote desktop application was terminated. Penultimate RDP session. Disconnect the RDP. Size of the remote desktop configured. Okay. Discover the network after moving laterally. So we need to mention a tool name here. When was the event log deleted by the user? Attacker disconnect the RDP session. First name. What is the destination username for the remote desktop for the first time? Failed logon attempt. What was the last time failed? Okay, can we just start with the simple one, the failed login attempt, because we need to I mean, maybe we should be parsing the event logs. We need to check for the failed login attempt. I think the security event log we need to pass. So let's try that. The next thing we need to do is, so the MFT is parsed. So let me mark this parsed, and some journal files we have. We will come to that part later. The LNK files we have, ntuser.dat, database files, registry artifacts, event logs, tpapi, and prefetch files. Okay, I'll go to the event logs now. In event logs, what was that log? Let's see. Is it given at the last? Okay. Yeah, so we have here, I need to pass this security log. Yeah, security log. So in this security log, okay, look at this one. There are some event logs about this RDP, terminal sessions. So we need to parse these logs as well. But before that, let's see, I should be parsing these security logs. So let's do that. Okay, I use chainsaw to parse it. Before that, I'll create one logs for evtx, event logs, evtx. Okay, I'll get to that extracted folder. Okay, and what is the path where it has these event logs? Let's see, pin event logs. Moving upwards. Okay, I'll just find it off. For now, let's go to chainsaw. Chainsaw, like this. Yeah, chainsaw, and chainsaw, the utility, and dump. This is what I need, and I should be mentioning the file name, the event log. where it is stored. Windows system 32 maybe. Yeah, win event logs. Yes. Security security.evtx and hyphen json. Okay. Looks okay. Let's see how I can dump this off. I'll check this. Gosh, I'll check this one. JSON output path. Okay, like this. Fine. Hyphen output extracted. No. evtx security dot json. Done. Okay. Fine. I'll go and examine that. evtx security.json cat security.json. Okay, I got this event data, and here I should be checking for a particular event ID, and there is a channel. The channel is security, of course. Let's see. I'll do some browsing. I found a utility. Check for the event logs. Let's see. I'm having that utility name in the notes, maybe in the forensic cheat sheet. Yeah, event log compendium. There is a website. I can use this website to find an event ID of a particular event. How can I search this? Might attack event ID mapping explorer event ID lookup. Maybe like this. Yeah. Security auditing. I don't know the event ID, so I'm just searching. Login failure event ID 4625. Let's see. 4625. And it says an account failed to log on. It comes under the event log security. So now we are on the right track. So we need to check for the events with this event ID. So that's what our aim now. Let's see. We need event, but for that, let's see. Cat pipe like this. What? Command not found. Not grep. Sorry. There was a command I used. JQ. I'm sorry. How did I forget? It's a utility to parse JSON file. All right. Now I got this, and dot event data. How about event? Can I see this? No. Dot event. Okay. Now I see just the event. Event in event ID dot event. Okay, it lists just the events. Let's see. dot event under event system dot event id dot event. How about that? System dot event id. Now pipe select yes dot system dot event id, like this. Okay, equal to event id 4625. This is the thing, and I shouldn't add this single quote here. I should add this at the end. Compile error. What? Did I make any mistake? I need to close this parenthesis. Now it looks okay. Let's see. What? No events with the event ID. What about 4672? I could see this. I could see that event ID here. So how about if I search this? I can see. So there is no event with the event ID 4625. So the event ID has been, the event logs has been removed. That's true. So it is not giving us anything. Seems the event logs are not giving us anything. Let's take a note. Latus end seems event logs not giving us anything. Okay, and so I couldn't find that answer from the event log because it does not exist. The failed login attempt. Okay, but let's see what else we can look at. Maybe I can take one simple one right now. What was the okay, I guess there was a question about a tool. Yeah, what tool did attacker use to discover the network after moving laterally to this IP address? The tool attacker used to discover the network. Did I see any weird tool name from the network tree, the tree that we extracted? Let's see. I think I could see that in the initial stage there were some, yeah, in here. So this list, actually this one is having the list of utilities. So from here maybe we can get that tool name. I can see one tool called network status. So can I just put it here and submit? This is the wrong answer. Not this one. I guess we should investigate. We should investigate the RDP point of view to uncover this. All right. Let's see. I go to extracted dpappy file location. dpappy master key location. Windows dpappy fundamentals. So let's read through these fundamentals to understand DPAPI. I established that Windows DPAPI interface protect and unprotect sensitive application data such as credentials, keys, connection strings, and other items. To protect unprotected master keys to okay. So this is the path. Users, app data, roaming, Microsoft Protect, SID, GUID. Okay, user seed and GUID is a unique identifier for the key. DPAPI doesn't delete any expired master keys. Instead, the keys are kept forever for the user profile directory, protected by user's password. Second, it stores globally unique identifier of the master identity to protect. Okay, it is protected by the user's password. We need user's password to uncover that. But before that, in addition, maintaining the user's profile directory, the record of previous credentials stored in the credential history. When a user changes his or her password to the old password is added to the top of the file. Encrypted the new password. If the necessary, DPAPI use the current password to decrypt the credential file and try the old password to decrypt the master key. If this fails, the old password is used again to decrypt the credential history file. And the next previous password then tried. I found a file called credential history. Let's see. Can I see a file called credential history? Credential enrollment manager. Since I got bunch of files, it's quite difficult to understand. Session key, domain master key, a domain joined machine. Okay. DPAPI fundamentals. It's been a while since I have reminisced, since I have recollected this DPAPI stuff. So I am taking a note of it. So to solve this particular forensics challenge, I need to understand this DPAPI fundamentals. So let's read through this Medium blog. I heard from one of my colleagues that the DPAPI is involved in this particular Sherlock, so that's why I chose this. Fundamentals. Okay, let's try to check some other things. I'm just trying to check whether I can answer any of these questions without using this DPAPI stuff. Very careless, always saving the DP connection to other host. We believe that attackers will host them. Please confirm the credentials tagged. What is the destination IP address of the last RDP session? This username, 3 IP addresses. Last time failed to log on. Let's see. I need to find one more thing. Event logs deleted. The question was, when was the event log deleted? Can I find when was the event logs got deleted? Which artifacts to check? deleted. You can check the Windows event logs. Specific event IDs related to log clearing, such as 1102 indicates the audit logs were cleared. Additionally, you can look at the event ID 4660, event ID 4663. Security log, look for the 4660. Let's see. 4660. Sorry, no such files in the directory. Can I see? No, I don't see any logs with the event ID 4660. How about 1102? 1102. I do have some events. Let's see what is 110. 1102. No documentation. Event log 1102. Windows security audit logs cleared. The event is typically logged whenever the security logs is manually cleared, and it is important to monitor these actions may indicate unusual activity. Okay, so this is the log clearing event, and 1102 is obviously, yeah, it is there. I can see just one event. Look at this. The security log, the event ID 1102, and this is the system time when the event log cleared. Okay, and it was cleared by this particular user. So let's try giving this time. I guess this will be the answer. Let's see, when was the event log deleted by the attacker? Year, month, date, hour, minute, second. Year, month, date, hour, minute, second. Yeah, eventually we answered one question. Finally we answered one question. Awesome. So somehow event log helped us to answer this. At what time the event log removed? That was the question. And we answered it. I added the question somewhere. Where? Yes, this is where. When was the event log deleted? So we answered this question eventually. Bash. Maybe I will paste it here, or I'll paste it here. Event log 1102 indicates that the event logs cleared manually, and we discovered that. Awesome. We answered one question, but we need to answer 12 more questions to finish this off. What are the first 3 IP addresses that humanity connected using RDP? What is that destination username used to remote desktop to go for the first time? RDP. It's everything is about RDP. So let's see. So from this particular thing, I can see this event log is cleared by the user iman.t, and also I guess in the description I could see some statement. Collected evidence suspected. The collected evidence of the server they suspected was an intermediate servers to move laterally to others. So it is used to move laterally to others. Since it is an intermediary server, it will be holding the details about the RDP connections. So most of the things, I mean, they actually use this server to intermediary, to RDP in and RDP out, I guess. So it's kind of a bridge. So even though the attacker deleted event log, I believe few remaining artifacts are enough to help to confirm the attack flow and the trace of attacker's behavior. And you can see, I can see the username iman.t user has some failed login attempts. So that means the malicious activity taken place from this user ID. So even I can see the event logs deleted by this particular user only. So that confirms we need to check this particular user. I think this user might get compromised. So let's see, we need to check the DPAP stuff of this particular user. But I need to have the password of this user, but I don't know how to uncover this. I have a bunch of artifacts. With that artifacts, I don't know whether I'll be able to uncover this thing. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because I knew the RDP details were encrypted by DPAP stuff, the DPAP keys. So that's what I'm going to try right now. First of all, let's try to understand some DPAP fundamentals. It's been a long time since I have made one DPAP related video, because the last time when I did that, I did a live stream to uncover the Google Chrome the Google Chrome passwords, the password stored in the Google Chrome. So the DPAP played a huge role in encrypting those creds. So I had to decrypt that, but it's been a while now. I'm just using this particular blog. I'll try to go through this blog and understand how DPAP functions and how we can unencrypt that. So it's going to be a learning stuff from now in this stream. So I'll try to figure out how I can unencrypt this. So if I'm able to decrypt that RDP data, then I guess it will be opening us a lot of doors. Let's see. Data protection application programming interface is set of APIs used to protect and unprotect sectors on Windows system. This functionality allows developers to obfuscate. So this is not, sorry for the interruption. The Sherlock stream, it will take a lot of time to figure out few things. We will be learning few things while resolving an issue. So bear with me. So it is gonna time taking one, but we are going to learn something and we are going to unencrypt this. Okay, let's see. This functionality allows developers to obfuscate secure application data without implementing cryptography algorithms. Okay, this data protection API is pair of function calls that provide operating system level data protection. Okay, I learned this stuff from Alhasred, a red teamer. He explained this. Actually, the DPAP is actually the integrated functionality in Windows operating system. So it can be the encryption support can be achieved with a simple system calls, a couple of system calls. That's what they mentioned. For example, let's say I need to encrypt a particular data. I'm sending a request to a particular system. I'm accessing a particular system call, asking for an encryption support, and the Windows operating system is actually provides us an encryption support. So it's just a kind of a client server, a two-way communication. Let's see. A pair of function calls provide operating system level data protection to user and system processes. Let's see the protection and unprotection. Protection processing, left, unprotection processing. Okay, So the DPAPI is actually holding a DLL, crypt32 DLL, crypto API. Did I see any library related to crypt? libcrypto. I can see a library libcrypto. Okay. So here you can see the dotted lines. Under the dotted line, it denotes the operating system. After above that, it denotes the user layer, the application layer, the user layer and the kernel layer. In user layer, I mean they split both the production scenario and unproduction scenario. Let's see the unproduction scenario first. I'm having some data. So this is the plain text data. Mary had a sure to go, and this is the protected data. So what it says, the application actually asking DPAPI to protect this data, and the DPAPI gives some gives protection by simply responding to it. So the DPAPI is actually using some local RPC calls, the remote procedure calls, to access the DPAPI, the local security authority, the LSA. So I think this is related to some local credentials. And look at this. So this is the protection. The application first, it gives the plain text data, and the operating system gives the protected data, the encrypted data, simply as a response. And in unprotection, it is actually giving the encrypted data, and it actually decrypts it, and it gives the unencrypted data, the decrypted data. So this is the encryption and this is the decryption. Fine, I understood this image. And Windows data protection, it is okay. They actually referred a Microsoft blog. It is important to note that DPAPI doesn't store protected data. Encrypted blobs can easily be stored on the file system in memory or the registry. Key open doors, a master key. So a master key is generated and protected using user's logon credential, password or smart card. Okay, the master key is generated and protected using user's logon credentials. That's fine. The DPAPI initially generates a strong key called master key, which is protected by user's password. Okay, so the user's password is necessary to uncover the master key itself. The DPAPI uses standard cryptographic process called password-based key derivation. So since we are using the user password to derive the key, I think this is what means password-based key derivation. Describe PKCS #5. To generate a key from the password, this password derived key is then used with triple DES to encrypt the master key, which is finally stored in the user's profile directory. Source Windows data protection. Okay, let's see. I go to this extracted folder and we have users directory, and here I go to the user iman.t, and can I see the app data? I think it is app data and roaming or local. Let's see both. Microsoft credentials, maybe. No. Or GCI -force, command not found. Okay, no hidden files here. Crypto is, I'm having a blob here. Let's see. I'm using file against this. So data. Some encrypted data. Okay. RSA. So this is the user ID, the SID of the user iman.t. So let's see, this is the folder If I open this, can I see any interesting data? No, no data here as well. And how about checking the folder protect? Yeah, so I'm having a folder, and here I'm having bunch of keys. So this is potentially the DPAP related stuff. Windows. I see anything else? So we already accessed it. Okay, here is that directory. Brave browser user data. App data. See plenty of PNG files. There are plenty of files. It is very important which files to ignore. We cannot parse every file given here. Chrome shutdown MS certificate location. Demand T. Dot T. Roaming. Oh, plenty of data. It's hard to navigate. As noted, the master key is stored on the local file system where SID is the user's SID. So this is the path. App data Microsoft protect. So let's see where the master key is stored. So it is straightforward. App data Microsoft. What? Roaming, I guess. Microsoft. Yeah, app data, roaming, Microsoft, protect, and within this SID, I could see the master key. So these are the master keys, I guess. As noted, the master key is stored in the local system. So these are the master keys. Can I see the master key of other user as well? Expanded users, Iman, not this particular user. App data, roaming, Microsoft, protect. Okay, this user is also having one master key, but now I'll go to this. See the master keys here. I'm not referring any write-up. I'm just struggling here, but I mean, struggling is really good for learning, because if you struggle, that means you are learning something. Control C. We just put it in my master is found for both Iman and Iman.t. All right. I think this particular challenge is completely focused on the RDP, the DPAPI stuff, because if I am able to uncover this DPAPI, I think by using this DPAPI master key, I'll be able to uncover the RDP artifacts. So it will be giving us the connections made, sessions, how long the session last, what are all the passwords used. So all these details I'll be able to gather at once. That's why I'm trying hard. The master key expires every 3 months, but expired keys are archived rather than deleted. So it is not deleted. So since I see a bunch of keys here, maybe it indicates the expired master keys as well. I think the old master keys too. But fine. Go to the next one. DPAPI doesn't delete any expired master keys. Okay. Protected by the user's password. Second, it stores the globally unique identifier of the master key used to protect the data in the opaque data blob that is required for the application. When the data blob is passed back to DPAPI, the master key corresponds to GUID is used to unprotect the data. In addition to maintaining the user's profile directory entry, a record of previous credentials is stored in credential history. When a user changes his or her password, the old password is added to the top of this file, and then the file is encrypted by the new password. If necessary, DPAPI will use current password to decrypt the credential history file and try the old password to decrypt the master key. If this fails, the old password is used again to decrypt the credential history file and the next previous password then tried. This continues until the master key is successfully decrypted. So it looks like a quite complex operation. It involves the password change, the user password change, and the DPAPI encryption. For example, if the user frequently changes the password, the old credential stored in a file called credential history, and this credential history file is encrypted with the master key. So what it does, the things to be decrypted, if the old password is used sometimes to decrypt the credential history file, and the credential history file lists the old password, and by using the old password, it again tries to decrypt the master key. So it tries to do that operation continuously until the master key is cracked. Then there is another key called session key. The session key is generated from the master key, which is used by the encryption and decryption routines to protect and unprotect the data. So, okay, the master key, the session key is generated from the master key. Okay, that part we need to understand. So there are two keys, master keys and session keys. I have an info here, an additional info. If a master key is compromised, the whole system is compromised. That means it cannot be restored, it cannot be recreated, or it cannot be modified or replaced with another master key. You need to rebuild. In example, if it is an AD environment, the master key is compromised, then that means the whole AD environment is compromised. You need to rebuild the Active Directory from the scratch. Okay. Yeah, and it's an additional info. A session key is generated from master key, which is used by the encryption decryption routines to protect and unprotect data. The master key, however, is not used explicitly to protect the data. Okay. Instead, symmetric session key is generated based on the master key. So the master key not directly involved in this decryption or encryption. It is actually using a symmetric session key. It generates and it encrypts the data with that. Unlike the master key, the session key is not stored. Okay, the session key is never stored. Instead, DPAP stores the random data it used to generate the key. Is not opaque data blob. When the data blob is passed back to the DPAP, the random data is used to rederive the key and unprotect the data. So it looks complex. Domain master key. On a domain joined machine, the domain controller also maintains master key for recovery. When a master key is generated, DPAP talks to a domain controller. Okay. Domain controllers have domain-wide public private key pair associated solely with DPAP. The local DPAP client gets domain controller public key from domain controller by using mutually authenticated and private protected RPC calls. The privacy protected RPC call. The client encrypts the master key with the domain controller public key. The client encrypts master key with domain controller public key. It then stores this backup master key along with master key protected by the user's password. Okay. Rather than having all secrets accessible with the application, all additional set of entropy bits can be added by the application's implementation of DPAP. DPAP allows an application to use an additional secret when protecting the data. This additional secret is then required to unprotect the data. It is secondary because while it doesn't strengthen the key because, okay, it's quite difficult to understand. It is secondary because while it doesn't strengthen the key used to encrypt the data, it does increase the difficulty of one application running under the same user. To compromise another application's encryption key, applications should be careful about how they store this entropy. If it is simply saved to file unprotected, then adversaries could access the entropy and it is unprotected application data. .NET provides data access. Okay. Something. Okay, here is the data. I mean the function, maybe the .NET function to protect and unprotect the data with DPAP. User data, optional entropy, cryptography. Okay, they are passing some arguments for this encryption and decryption. Start with the secret value stored in plaintext.cx. Looks like this is the secret. Run with the project read plaintext contents, protect it and the output value in encrypted.out. .NET.run. Reading the secret value from this and it protects it. Encrypted output file. Okay, copy the encrypted.out file to encrypted.txt. This will trigger the unprotected routine for the next run. Okay, I'll go to the next one. I think he did a great job. Brute forcing key pass database password. Reading DPAP protected blobs. DPAP blob hunting. Windows DPAP fundamentals. Looks like this user did an extensive research on DPAP and published a bunch of blogs. reading DPAP protected. KeePass is also protected by DPAP, so that's why he mentioned about that. Wow, incredible stuff. Kudos to that person. Blob hunting. In my previous post, Fundamentals, I established that the Windows API interfaces protect and unprotect sensitive data such as credentials, keys, connection strings, and other items. In API, return protecting sensitive opaque blobs. If API blobs contain sensitive information, how do I find them? DPAP doesn't store data, it only encodes and decodes it. And the resulting data is returned. Okay. Blob stores file signatures and magic bytes typically appended to the file. So first 20 bytes. Don't forget encoding. Release the hounds. Hunting the file system. Hunting the registry. DPAP blob hunter. Very simply brute forcing the key pass. Decrypting DPAP offline. Blob reader, master key reader. Impackets dpappy.py. How did they decrypt this? Locating the master key GUID. Okay, downloading the blob and the key. Okay, and master key reader file. Standard down output file. Finally, we wrote the master key file. Decrypt the blobs offline. DPAP API. So here is the command. DPAP API master key file and SID they mention and the password of the user password. So they need to mention the user password here. And DPAP credential. Finally, we use the impacts DPAP script again to decrypt the blob contents using credential option combined with blob file name and key we just extracted. So once you extracted the master key, then with that master key you are using it again against the blob. I mean, this is the blob file name, the credential. This is where the credential is stored, and here is the file. I think that contains the master key, and here is the extracted key, and they load this particular stuff to extract the secret credentials. Look at this. So this is what we need. So this is what I was looking for. So the DPAPI looks useful, but I need a password first of all to recover the master key. So then I can use this master key to uncover the credential blobs. So first of all, I need to understand where these RDP blobs get stored. Let's ask the duck again. Where the or which file, or in which file the RDP related data gets stored in Windows. User credentials for RDP. Okay, I found that there was a sentence like this particular yeman.t user always uses some password manager that causes some issue. So I've read this somewhere. Maybe I should be looking for that password manager. Customer illegal RDP. Okay, the connect server, server, the attacker server. Okay, I have found that somewhere. In some place. Let's see. We scroll up. Scroll this up a bit. I think in the questions. Yes. Failed login attempt. What are they are? Okay. Okay. Yeman.t is very careless, always saving RDP credentials to connect to other hosts, so we believe the attacker somehow leaked them. Please confirm the credentials from the server with IP that was leaked. So he uses some he always saves some RDP credentials somewhere, so we need to find that. First of all, we need to find which RDP client used. Last time RDP client. Okay, maybe the RDP client, or okay, first let's examine this one. This particular registry key, I go to the Windows machine, start it again. So we use Registry Explorer and we'll go to this particular path and see whether we can find any interesting stuff. Software, Microsoft Terminal Server Client. Let's log in this machine. Okay. Registry Explorer. Okay. And here I'm loading the hives. But before that, okay, I load the hives. Latus extracted. I guess it is in Windows. Prefetch maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What are the prefetch file? System32. Config. Let's see some journal files. Microsoft Crypto Protect user. Okay, some data. All right. Let's go here. App compat backup test. I can see an ARP. Oh, sorry. I tried a different stuff. Latus extracted users. Okay, not even users. App compat backup test arp.txt. Huh. So in arp.txt, it's a text file. I can see some interesting info. Let's see. looks like it is storing the list of utilities that it ran. MSTSC is the RDP client, so potentially, but I can see some uninstallation of this. Uninstallation of this utility. Okay. Scroll down. Anything else? Any interesting stuff? Let's see. I was solving a Sherlock called Streamer, and it nearly took me 3 days to solve that. So that is how difficult that was. It was that difficult. So I'm not expecting it to finish it in this stream. Maybe we'll be streaming this in multiple parts. So looks like a list of drivers. Okay, kernel drivers, that's what it means. What about this backup? I have some backup data, some JSON file. What it is? 7-zip uninstallation. What? System root Python. It has some utility details. I believe the same stuff. All right. Yes menu. What is this? Start menu. Enlarge the selected text and on screen. So every application and its definition. Explorer. Is there any tools used? Is there any tools related to the network navigation? I heard a particular tool is used for a lateral movement, so I'm just trying to find that tool here. Network. Okay. Movement. No. Upload. Let's see. Cookie exporter, elevation service, identity helper, some weird tool names. Elevation service. Is that the answer for that? Service. No, wrong. That's fine. I see a bunch of files. Come on. Okay, I'll close this. Close this as well. First of all, I need to do some research about every file that starts with $, because I have no idea uh, what it does. Encapsulation programs have amcache as well, so it will be useful. Install, what is it? Okay, how about this? Same file, seems. Company name Igor Pavlov. Okay, UA appraiser.json, and I'm having a PNG, but I could not read this. So generic error, generic app, just an icon. TFX data encapsulation. What is backup? Notepad, just once. Okay. Appraiser, telemetry, appraiser alternate cab. Let's see. Telemetry, alternate data. Prefetch, okay. I need to look at prefetch once. Microsoft SharePoint, MS Edge, Mimikatz, MS TSC. Do I have MS TSC? I do have this. So MS TSC is actually the RDP client. If I parse this particular file, the prefetch file, it will be having the data about when this MS TSC application is launched. So it will be displaying all those timelines. But for now, I need to load the registry hives to find that particular path given by the AI. So let's do that. Maybe I should be parsing this tool, this particular thing as well. Do I have any questions related to that? MSTSC spawning time, like that. When did the attacker disconnect the session? That's fine. When did that? What tool the attacker used to discover the network? Okay, that is fine. What is the size of the remote desktop configured? Okay. I think this is the width and height of the RDP. What did the attacker disconnect the RDP session? How long penultimate session last? What was the last time remote desktop application was terminated? Was executed. Okay. I think these two questions can be answered by parsing the prefetch, but I'm not positive. Let me check my notes. Prefetch. So this is the command to check the prefetch. Dot prefetch. How about that? Yeah. So I use this particular thing. Okay. Extracted Windows prefetch. Any other thing? Any other utility? Okay. Where is that? Extracted Windows prefetch. CD Windows prefetch. Yes. So here, and I should be loading the file. Okay, but I need to load CD user and easy tools, and then PEC CMD, yeah, and I should be getting the CSV file hyphen output mstsc dot CSV like this, but I need to store it in I'll create a folder. Maybe I'll call it or hop 1 2 3. Okay, Latus, and creating a new folder, prefetch yes. So I'll store it here, but I am making a mistake. I'll just like this. Okay, it is done. Awesome. I have this mstsc file, and if I open this just once, I can see the MSc TSC execution timelines. I can use the timeline explorer to parse that out. So this one is the MFT. I think I'm just closing it. I don't need it anymore. I go to easy tools, timeline explorer. Let me load this prefetch file. Where it is? I load this one. Let's see. So this one is having this MSTSC, and the last run, this was the time. This was the previous run, and this was the previous. So these are all the times when it executed. Okay, so this is the time. So the source created, source modified, source, the last run. Okay, let's see. What was the question? I go to Sherlock. This, okay. Yeah, here. When was the last time RDP connection was executed? When was the last time RDP connection terminated? The RDP executed. I think this one is the previous run or the last run. This one. Can it be the answer? Let's see. Correct. We answered it. So it was the prefetch file who was holding the data. Awesome. Let's see. I will just try to take the screenshot of it, like this, and go to MS Paint, highlight few crucial words, executable name MSTSC, and the last run, this was the answer. And I use close, and here I click this and choose it again and copy to clipboard. Now I go to my notes and paste it here. Okay, I need to put it here in Latus, go to the end. I'll paste it here. So I answered that question. When was the last time RDP connection was executed? So it was collected from was collected from prefetch data of mstsc.exe. And the command I used, I'll take a note of it. This was the command I used. And I go here and store this. Awesome. Now we have answered to this question. Moving on. What is the next question? When was the last time the remote desktop connection application was terminated? Can I get that detail from this prefetch? So it simply stores the previous run. But it is not giving us when it terminated. Or that means this modified time, can it be the terminated time? Because when the execution stops, there is a chance that this file got modified. Let's see. No, wrong answer. Okay, I think I should check the proper one. How did the penultimate RDP session last? So I don't get all this data from this prefetch. So the purpose of this file is served. I'm exiting. Any other prefetch file? Any other interesting prefetch file? Some weird DB file. Let's see. Okay. They also had mimikatz. See? This user ran mimikatz. Come on. Can it be used for this network? Lateral movement? Mimikatz? No, wrong. Okay, I'll move on. I'll come to this part next, but I need to check for the hives, system hives. Config, can I see hives here? Yes. So I should check this particular stuff. I go, oh sorry. Let me check this. Previous query. Yeah, so this is the path we need to check now. Go to Sherlock Windows, Registry Explorer, File, Load Hive, Windows System32 config. I should load both the system hive and the software hive. Sorry, current user local machine. So I should load the system hive and I should load the, what is this ELAM? I have no idea, but let me load this system hive first. No. Okay. Unassociated deleted values. What it is? Some deleted folders I could see. Come on. I could see something. Can I restore this? I'll go to this one. Here, software, Microsoft Terminal Server Client. Microsoft. Software Microsoft Terminal Server or some RDP related data may stored in the user profile directory, particularly app data folder. For example, app data local Microsoft Terminal Server Client. App data local Microsoft Terminal Server Client. App data local Microsoft Terminal Server Client. Cache. Oh gosh, I'm having these cache files in the Terminal Server Client directory of the user directory. And how to cache session? Okay. Now my next question: how I can decrypt this? I found some cached files in this directory. How can I uncover these files? The cached files directory typically include the information related to RDP sessions such as cached credentials, connection settings. This is what we exactly need. We need to know the cached session details. To uncover, view these contents of these files, you can follow the steps. Navigate to the directory. Okay. Look for the file's name that indicates the RDP session. These files may not have the specific extension. RDP files. Okay. Get child item. Be aware of this ensure. For encrypted files, decrypt them. We may require administrative privileges. Are these files encrypted with DPAPI? Yes. The cached files related to RDP sessions directory can be encrypted using the DPAPI. Okay. Now I think this is where the DPAPI comes in. We got to know these files. What about this $I30? What is $I30 file? Special file associated with the NTSM file system by Windows. Master file table, specially related to the indexing of files and directories. In specific directories. Hidden file system, forensic relevance. All right. I got bunch of cache files. And what about this bcache.bmc? Let's see. BMC file. Let's see what it is. Associated with RDP protocol in Windows system, it is part of the caching mechanisms used by RDP. The
store information related to RDP sessions. Cache file stores data to improve the performance of remote desktop sessions, session data, or location. Binary file. Okay. How to decrypt it in forensics. Yes. Determine if the file is encrypted, and if so, identify the encryption method. For the files related RDP, this could involve DPAP or other proprietary encryption methods. The files encrypted DPAP, you may need to extract the encryption keys from the Windows systems. This typically requires administrative access and may involve using tools like DPAP and Protect or Mimikatz. Okay. Analyze the file structure. Attempt decryption. So the next stop is to decrypt the cache files. So this is what I should do right now. I'll take a screenshot and store it. Copy to clipboard, and here I store this for somewhere here. Found some RDP cache files from user iman.t directory. Decrypt it. Let's see. Do I have the same set of cache files for another user as well? App data local Microsoft terminal server client. App data local Microsoft terminal server client. Do I have? I don't have terminal server client here. So that means we should check this particular user alone. App data local Microsoft terminal server client cache. So this is very crucial. Okay. How about accessing local row? Anything important? No, just an Internet Explorer data. Okay, roaming Microsoft Protect. So this is where I have this. I think I should unhide that stuff. View hidden items. Copy this. Sorry. Copy. Paste. Yeah, you see a bunch of blobs here. So continue that reading. I should find a way to uncover so I'm having a notes. I already worked on this DPAP decryption, so maybe I should check that out right now. DPAP. Yeah. So here are the crucial points. DPAP is data protection API that offers data protection and decryption services to various Windows and custom applications. If we have DPAP master key or backup key along with the user's password, we may crack all the data encrypted with the DPAP. If DPIP master key is compromised in any cyber attack, this is what I mentioned. The whole AD should be rebuilt, as it is impossible to reset the master key alone. DPIP key is offered by Microsoft. It makes developers' life easier. DPIP master keys, app data roaming Microsoft Protect SID, where SID is a security identifier of the user. Okay, I found that. And unraveling Chrome secrets. So here in this particular exercise, as I said previously, I did one live stream there. I extracted a DPAPI. By using DPAPI, I try to uncover the Chrome secret. Okay. How the private AES key is protected. This function DPAPI to protect data. So what I did last time. Once we obtain user's password, we can decrypt the master key with DPAPI. Before decrypting, we need to decode the we decode it with the below script. So we will be having local state RB reading binary, and we need to change that format, that file, to something else before we start decrypting it. Then DPAPI, so we can use Mimikatz. So this is the command in Mimikatz to decrypt that, and here they give the password of it, but we don't have the password right now. But let's see how we can grab the password of it, password of that particular user. By using extracted master key, we can decrypt any data that are encrypted with master key itself. By extracting the extracted master key, we can decrypt any data that encrypted with the master key itself. Okay. We obtain the private AES key of Chrome. We may extract the stored secrets using below script. We need to extract the secrets in the context of local system itself. We may use simpler short Chromium. But testing IAS web server, okay, this is different. But this is what I checked last time. You can extract the user's hash using tool called DPAPI to John. Okay, user's hash using tool. So they are extracting user's hash from this master key itself, and they are using it against rawq.txt. In order to decrypt the DPAPI blob, we first need to decode it. Okay, first, why don't we use the same tool, DPAPI to John? We have it in my machine. Let's see. I have this DPAPI credential related function and protect cred hist, using for DPAPI vault to unlock the credential window secrets. Okay, let me check. DPAPI, yeah, I have this DPAPI to John, but how I can? Okay, let me refer this notes. Okay, there is the blog. I'm referring this blog, and I just follow the same stuff. Let me copy this, and I go to Latus, the end, and here I go to the end and I paste this. Oh gosh. Here I give the SID and the master key, context local, and hash. Okay. Okay. Where I am in the same directory right now. This is fine. I'll put this particular SID. Um, sorry, this is the SID and master key. Okay, I have bunch of master keys, so I'll pick every key, but I'm having this tool straight away. DPAPI to John, and SID is something this one, and master key. P4. Will it please install PyCrypto package? Oh gosh. Pipex install PyCrypto. Failed to install. What could have gone wrong? We need DPAPI to decrypt. How about running it in a virtual environment? Avoid this dependency headache. Let's see. We have this here. So it comes up with John. Yeah, DPAPI exploitation during pen test and password cracking. There is another interesting blog. What is DPAPI? Real DPAPI, DPAPI during pen test. Help protects password certificates exist Windows 20. Cryptography based users password. Let's see. Application DPAPI. Store all the previous password hashes. Old hash is protected by the first most recent one. In a flow SHA-1 format. CP backup, intro free DPAP system, SHA-1 profile, credentials, DPAP internal store. In the user's profile, protect a cred history. No, I don't have this. But what about preferred? Can I see it? Some blob. But if I try to read one of this, it's completely encrypted. Microsoft credentials. See them? Where it is? Microsoft credentials. I don't have it. CD. On the remote post icon. Passwords. This one doesn't decrypt DPAP password secrets directly. Extract secrets online, offline, Windows only. First tool published to manage DPAP offline, DPAP lab initiative. What can I do? How can I execute them? It's not admin, but Windows API. What can I execute commands? But I would like to search in password, master keys, commands, DPAP. Okay, this one. Python. What can I do? Execute command. Will be preferred. Context local, and it is actually extracting the extracting the hash. Then I use the hash against a word list to crack it. So once it cracked, I can still get the master key files, retrieve user's password, but no DPAP stuff. Cracks and retrieve user's password, but not. John format test. This one is an impressive resource to look at. The start, and I'll add one more reference. Okay. Just trying to install this file, but I'm facing some errors. How can I fix this? PyCrypto package. Pipex list. pip3 install. How about pip3 install? pip3 install PyCrypto. May I install it? what has caused this issue. Let's figure out. Compilation terminated. Apex maybe. Okay. 3. Okay, it's done. Now can I install this? Fine. All right. Now it runs. PyCryptodome has fixed this issue. Now I'll go to that log and use this command. Okay, let's do that. Local. And this one. Can't open the file. Oh, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. It's done. Seems it's done. Cat hash.txt got it. Now we successfully extracted the hash of the master key file, probably. Let's see. Okay, I go here and I'll add this one. Extracted hash of the master key file. Now you remember we have multiple blobs, so we don't know. I think if the user changed their password, the system still keeps that old password. You can see multiple blobs here. I think we don't know which is the right password, which is the current password, or which is the password used to encrypt the what is that, the blob, the master key. So we need to find a correct password that used to encrypt the master key, so we'll be able to decrypt the master key and get that. Okay, now I'll close this off and I'll add one more statement. Okay, and here I'm pasting this. This is the command. It gave us the hash file. Awesome. We have the hash right now. Probably we need to pass this hash against a word list. Maybe that's what we need to do now. Extracting user password hash from deepappy master key log. Now let's try this. They simply pass it against John hash -- word list user share word list raku.text. Do I have it? I think I should uncover this. Okay, I'll open another thing. Sudo tar -xvz or xvf user share word list raku.text. I'll go to user share word list. Yeah. Here I have this raku.txt, extracting it in this same folder, but I cannot do that. First I'll use gunzip then. Gunzip user share word list raku.txt gunzip. Permission denied. Sudo. Done. Now I can use tar -xvf user share word list. Yes. Still I don't see this. Gosh. Now can I see this? So Nautilus. Where is the raku? I think it is done. Now we have the raku.txt. So I'm ready to go. John hash.txt. What is that? Oh, come on, where is it? Where the hell did I store this? First one. Do I have hash.txt or 0? I have it here. I move this hash.txt to Sherlock's Latus. Let me create one thing. Sherlock Latus make directory. User pass. Create one directory like this and user pass and moving it here. Okay. Um, Sorry, no. John hash hyphen word list user share word list arq.txt. Will it crack? We have luck. Let's see. Hash.txt. Okay. I mean, now we have used this particular blob. Maybe we should try with the remaining blobs as well. While it cracks, I go here. Yeah. I use the remaining blobs too. Control R, like this. And master key. And username is hash.txt. Six 000 underscore hash.txt. Okay, we got this one. I guess that SID breaks. It's not a path, it is just an SID. I should have. Hash cracking won't work. Let's see. Just SID and master key. Context local. What does that context local means? Let's see. BP API hyphen help. I should look at this help menu. Where is that context? Domain local. So is it a domain joined machine? I should check that. SID of the user account owning the master key file. Okay, and then master key. Password to decrypt the master key file. Is it a domain joined machine? Do I have any ntds.dat file here? ntds.dat? No, I don't have such file. I think there is a domain key. How to find whether the machine is domain joined or not? by using registry key. Okay, local machine systems. So I go to my Windows machine, start this again. I need to check this part. System current control set services TCP/IP parameters domain. So I'm going to end this stream in a while. In the next part, we will try to fix that. We will try to sort that DPAPI part out. I'll do some preparation and come. So next time, hopefully, we will be able to resolve this. So earlier, till now we have answered just 2 questions, but we will try one last thing before I wind up this stream. I load the Hive, system Hive. I'm going to find whether this machine is domain joined or not. It is already here. What is the path? System current control set services. Control set services TCP/IP parameters domain. Parameters. I don't see domain. Is it a standalone machine? Just a notes. Sorry. Software, Microsoft. Local machine software, Microsoft. Microsoft. Windows NT current version. I don't see it here. Okay, load the Hives. What's this? I try to collect the blobs first. Sorry, go here. What? There it is. Check this command. Cat hash. John hash hyphen word list user share word list raku.txt. Can I crack? I have no idea. I need to grab the user password. The password of the user. Probably if I know the password, I'll be able to decrypt these RDP details. Very careless, always saying RDP registration post. Just answer 2 questions. Deep API master key file v1 v2. I don't think it will crack. Maybe, as I said, I should change this ID and create extract the hash for every blob. I should try. Maybe that's what I should do. I'll do one thing. Here I have hash file. I'll remove this rm-i hash.txt. Create I have how many blobs here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 files. Let me remove this. And, master key context local. I'm gonna remove it. Okay. So file should be stored in this. And similarly, the 39 should store it in this name, and I'll change this hash. It is already changed. Okay. What else? 6 change this, and I'll change this like this. Okay, and this one EAC like this, and the next one C6. Like this. So I'll execute every command one by one to store this. Okay. What? Okay. I'm back to this folder. I'm having this and pasting this. Okay. And the next one is here. Okay. third one, fourth one. Okay, what? Fifth one. Done. Now I got 5 different hash.txt files, so I can simply transfer these files. Let me remove this junk. 5 different hash files, so I'll move everything to that underscore hash dot txt to Sherlock's Latus user pass. All right, now I go to this Sherlock's Latus user pass. I'm having all these cuts here. I'll remove this rm-rs hash.txt. Let's put every hash in one file. Yes, hashes.txt. Cat hashes.txt. All right, paka. We have hashes now, and let's ingest this in John. And hashes.txt hyphen word list user share. Come on. Share. Come on. I use like this. Hashes.txt. I try to crack this. I'll wait for a moment. If I'm cracking anything, I think that's the breakthrough. Let's see. I'm not positive because should I be in that same system to crack these hashes, or I can, since I'm only having these artifacts, I gave the context local and I mentioned this SID. If it looks for the SID with in the current system, then I'm screwed. I won't be able to get this cracked password, so it will cause some issue. Otherwise, maybe I can trust that it will work. So maybe by solving this challenge, we will be able to understand this DP API, data protection application programmable interface, thoroughly. We will be able to learn that thoroughly. I should have got the password by this time, but I'm not getting it still. I have another idea. If I am not if I'm not able to crack the password from the tpappy blob, maybe I can grab the password from credential term, because we already have the SAM hive. SAM hive is actually storing the password. and look at this. So this particular thing will be dumping the password. So since we have both SAM and system hive, I guess we have, let's see. If we have both SAM and system hive, we can use the secrets dump utility to dump all the hashes. So let's try that. Do I have SAM and system? Let's see. SAM. Do I have SAM? Yes, I do have. I do have SAM and system. So why don't we try that instead simply waiting for John to crack? I'll try this parallel. I go to extracted users, system32 Windows system32 config, and here I have both SAM and security, and I've just seen that just seen that command. So here it is. So I have secrets dump with me, and here I mention system. I have system hive. I mention SAM, and I have SAM, and I mention local, and I got the password hash, and here it is. I got the password hash of for the user yeman.t. Can I crack this hash? Can I crack NT hash? Let's see. Can I crack NT hash? Come on. Can I crack NT hash? But I'll take a note of it. I got the password hash of the user. So this is the current password hash. I dumped current password hash of the user iman.t. I guess I should work more to crack this. Give me hashcat. I'll just try it myself. Hashcat, or I'll do one thing. I'll take this particular hash, maybe like this, and I go to Terlogs, Latus, user pass. Here I have a file called hashes, so let me use that file. Okay, it's actually having all the files, so I don't want to mess with that. Secrets dump. What about that? Secrets dump dot hash. Insert, pasting it, and here is that hash. Secret stamp. Okay, I have this hash. Can I crack this NT hash? Let's see. Hash cat hash examples. NT hash. NTLM hash 1000. It's possible to crack it with hashcat as well, the DPAPI. The crack we are just now doing. So how about using hashcat? Hashcat -m. What is this? DPAPI. Come on, where it is? DP API 15300. 15300 hashes.txt and word list user share word list arq.txt. Can I crack it? Will it crack sooner? Context 3. None of the passwords are recovered. Okay, I'll go to the NT directly. Where is that? Secret stump.hash 1000, I guess. Let me try to crack this. 1000. Go to the top. NTLM hash. Let's see. It recovered. Come on, it recovered. Super. So we got the password hash and we got the breakthrough. Cool. --show. Cool. The password is EMMAN 2024, but I don't know whether the same password is used to encrypt the master key file. Maybe I think this is just a breakthrough. I got this file, I got this password. Maybe with this we will try to proceed further. Awesome. I think I didn't expect it to see this. Come on. So here is the password. The password is cracked. Finally the secret stump came in the 8. Cracked NTLM hash that I retrieved from secret stump. Secret stump. Yeah, and also I want to note down this command that I used to crack, and Yeah, finally a breakthrough. I got the password of the user. And what next? Maybe I should try to decrypt. I should learn more about this DPAPI, and hopefully in the part 2 stream, I'll explain how DPAPI handles this encryption and decryption stuff, and how we can use this particular password to decrypt the master key file, and from master key how we can decrypt that Microsoft Terminal Services blob. So we need to decrypt that one. So these cache we need to decode to grab all those MSTSC, the terminal related session details. So if we uncover that, then hopefully we will be able to answer most of these RDP related questions, including that RDP window size. They asked that in the here as a question. What was the size of the remote desktop configure? So the height and the width and height. So even we can able to answer these kind of questions if once we uncover this particular binary files. So to uncover this, it is necessary to have the master key. So that's what I'm trying to obtain right now. So we will catch up in the next stream. I have nothing else to share. I'll try to export this as a video and upload it in my channel, so that it will be reached among several other users. So that's it. I have nothing else to share here. I'll catch you next time. I think I've been streaming for last 4 hours. That's a huge stream. I didn't expect it to stream this much time, but anyway, it's a good learning. I'll catch you next time with another exciting one. Until then, I'm signing off.